Hey y'all, it's Kayla, it's KJ, and I'm back. I wanted to come back in and just talk a little bit. Y'all know I like StreamYard, so wanted to come in here and have a little chit chat with you guys for a little while. Tell y'all about my crazy weekend. And I might sound a little bit stuffy. You gotta excuse that because I am. And I'm gonna tell y'all about that too. So this weekend we had our family reunion in Detroit, Michigan. Um at first I wasn't gonna go because I just looking at the itinerary of the um family reunion, it just didn't look like something I wanted to do. But my niece wanted me to go because we pretty close. So she wanted me to go. So I ended up going at the last minute. So she had to work Thursday night, so we ended up going Thursday night. So we had a connecting flight from my area to Atlanta. When we got to Atlanta, the flight was supposed to leave at like 10:45, but unbeknownst to me, that's when all of this crowd strike was going on, the outages or whatever. So when we got there, my our flight was like delayed 2 hours when we got to Atlanta. So okay, we got there, we in the airport just sitting around. We finally boarded the plane that was supposed to leave at 10:45 at about 12:30, almost 12:45. Um, got on the flight, got to Detroit, Michigan, get to Detroit, and everything was out. All of the computer system was out. Everything was out. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe because it's late, you know what I'm saying? I'm still not registering how this outage is affecting the airport right at this point because it's just Friday. I hadn't been watching the news to know nothing. But I did notice when we was in Atlanta, it was a lot of people just kind of laying around in the airport. I'm like looking at people like, why y'all just laying around on the floor like comfortable? Like what's going on? But I just didn't really pay it no mind. So by the time we got to Detroit, the computer system was not working. You know how like the screens will show where your bags are, you know, what flight your baggage is a claim and stuff is all that on. None of that was showing. So when we got downstairs to baggage claim, we didn't see any bags. So we had to kind of wait around. At this point, they are an hour ahead. Well, they're actually on the same time because when I leave my state and go to Atlanta, it's an hour ahead. They're on Eastern time, on Central time. So Detroit is also on Eastern time. So at this point, where it was 12 o'clock, it was really like 1 o'clock. So when we get to Detroit Airport and trying to get bags and stuff, we had to wait around for the bags to come in. And by then, by the time the bags started rolling in, let's say it's about 1:30, almost 2 o'clock. We finally got the bags in Detroit. We were supposed to have family pick us up from the airport, but because we started getting in so late and the rest of the family was getting up early for the first outing of the family reunion, we ended up having to get an Uber to the hotel. So we waited on the Uber, we drive to the hotel. We got to the hotel to check in Thursday, technically Thursday, but it was really Friday morning at like 4:30 a.m. So my first issue was like, well, I hope they're not about to charge me for 3 nights instead of 2 nights because technically I'm not checking in until 4 a.m. on Friday morning. So I had that conversation with the front desk, and he was like, well, yeah, you have to check in tonight, and it'll still be 3 nights, unless you wait until Friday after 3 to check in. So, okay, I was going to just chalk that up to it is what it is, you know. Finally get in the room. It's 4:30 in the morning. Get some sleep. The next outing for the reunion was going to be at 8 o'clock. Now, I'm just getting in at 4 o'clock, so I'm knowing that I'm not about to be getting up at no 8 o'clock to go sightseeing in Detroit or whatever the hell. So, of course, we missed that outing. We slept in because we were super, super tired. That traveling and all of that other stuff, that stuff is draining as hell, especially when you got a delayed flight. It just was so draining. So we missed that first outing. Friday night, me and my niece, we ended up going out to a little club or whatever, which was cool. You know, it was cool, a vibe, even though it was a younger crowd than what I'm used to. But all in all, the music was good. We had some couple of drinks, so we stuck that out. I did not wear heels because normally I would wear heels, but because I really didn't know what kind of club it was, but I knew it was going to be maybe a younger crowd, so I did not wear heels, which I'm so glad I didn't wear heels because we didn't have a seat. Nowadays, when you go to the club and you like go into a club, you gotta have a section. Period. You gotta have a section to be able to sit down. Otherwise, you standing. So we didn't have a section because we kind of just went just to kind of find something to do. So I'm glad I didn't wear heels. But anyway, it was a pretty cool night. My sister and her boyfriend ended up picking us up because they were going into the casino. So we left out of the club probably about a little bit before 2 because they closed at 2. Um, that was Friday night. Saturday morning, the family reunion event was to go to like some kind of like uh it's like a universal place where you can play games, arcade games, and different little stuff like that, which was really designed for the kids. So didn't do that event. Like I said, the itinerary wasn't just appealing in the begin with, so that's why I wasn't gonna go at first, but I ended up going. But Saturday morning, because it was like a kids event, and we didn't have any kids with us in particular, we didn't go to that event. So that was Saturday morning. Then that Saturday night, we had the banquet, which, no, I'm lying. No. Let me go back. Friday, when we got up, we didn't make the morning event, but that afternoon, we went to the park and had, the little family reunion barbecue in the park. So we did do that. Wore the family reunion t-shirts, and that was cool. People were lying, dancing, and talking and drinking and having playing games and everything. So that was cool. Saturday morning is where we missed the kids event. So, and Detroit's weather is really nice, like around this time in the daytime. But then at night, it gets like cold, way colder than, like, it's like fall, almost fall weather. Whereas here at home, it's like 80, 90 degrees at night, So that was something that I wasn't used to. And then I didn't really bring like a jacket or anything like that. I had a hoodie for the airport, and then I had a little zip up jacket for the airport, but I didn't have any kind of long sleeves to wear while I was just out doing regular stuff. And especially at night, I was not expecting to get that cold at night because it got down to like 60s. So I was not prepared for that. Um, so Saturday, we did go to the first event. Then there was a banquet Saturday night. We went to the banquet. It was Hawaiian themed. Everybody had on their little Hawaiian print. It was cool. We took pictures and ate dinner. Um, and so after that, we found a little bar down the street from the hotel. We went there, had some drinks, smoked some hookah. They had some pretty good music that night. Sunday was supposed to be the day that everybody got ready to leave. So my parents, my sister, my nephew, all of them had a 5 a.m. flight. We were supposed to also have a 5 a.m. flight, but that Saturday night, Delta text call sent a notification that our flight had been canceled. So we like, okay, it's been canceled to Sunday at 2. That's what we were thinking at first. It's been canceled to Sunday at 2. So we was like, okay, well, we don't have to get up Saturday, Sunday morning early. That's fine. But we're going to have to just leave out later than everybody else. Some told us to go back and look at it, and come to find out, not only was it canceled for that 5 a.m. flight, but they had pushed it all the way out till Monday. So now everybody else is gone. Everybody else flight kind of went by smooth. You know, they didn't have no issues. But ours, because I think it had more so to do with Atlanta because we had a connecting flight back home from Atlanta too. But they ended up canceling us because Atlanta airport had a lot going on. If y'all have been watching the news, airport had a whole lot going on. So I figured they just wanted us to bypass Atlanta completely, but that's why they ended up canceling it. That's what I'm thinking. So when they canceled it, they changed it to Monday, and now it is a straight flight from Detroit to Birmingham. So we like, dang. So now everybody is gone Sunday morning. Everybody gone to the airport to go on home, and we stuck here for another night. So Sunday, we kind of was just really irritated because number one, we couldn't get Delta on the phone. They had like a 400-minute wait when I tried to call the first time, and and in the midst of all that, I'm seeing the news and how all this stuff going on and how much chaos it is in Atlanta airport, and so I'm like, oh my god, this is a nightmare because I was ready to leave. I was ready to go home. So I couldn't get Delta on the phone. So then the people at the front desk was like, Delta was. I had met a lady in the hotel lobby that said that her flight got canceled, and they still had her bags and stuff. So they ended up giving her a hotel voucher to stay at the hotel that we were staying in. Till her flight got rescheduled or whatever. So I was like, okay, so boom. So we talking to different people, and it was like, well, because you can't get nobody on the phone, you might have to go down to the airport to get the voucher. So we take a Uber, go down to Detroit Airport, and try to get a voucher for that additional night that we're having to stay without plans. Get down there, get through all the chaos, because at this point, Detroit Airport was kind of chaotic too. Long lines. It definitely wasn't as much going on as in Atlanta, but it was definitely some long lines. So by the time we got to the help desk to get the voucher, they tell us they're not giving out vouchers for this particular case because it was an outage and it was out of Delta control. So now we have wasted time going to the airport to get a voucher. That's not going to happen. So we chalked that up. So we sitting out there waiting on the shuttle bus to come back because we done bought Ubers back and forth here and there. So I'm thinking like, dang, should I just rent a car for the day? Like, what should I do? I'm like all over the place with my thoughts because now we got a whole nother 24 hours here. If we pay any more money into Uber, like this shit, Uber is high as hell. Like, and we don't know the distance from one place to the other. So just trying to go somewhere, a Uber could be $30 there and $30 back. And then even when we was Ubering, we met some nice Uber drivers, but still, all in all, it's still $30 there, $30 back. So I was thinking about renting a car, because I knew we weren't gonna really just want to sit in a room all night on a Sunday. Just be looking at the walls and bored. So I did end up renting a car, but by the time we were sitting out there, the hotel shuttle came back to the airport. So we ended up getting on the shuttle, going back to the hotel for free. We get back to the hotel and we decide, we're gonna just find something to do, make the best out of the time we got here. So we ended up going to another place, another little lounge bar place, and it was cool. It was an outdoor thing. It wasn't too cold at night, but it was an outdoor spot. We went there Sunday night. That particular Uber that took us there, he was really cool. So we ended up getting his personal number and was like, we're gonna call you when we're ready to go. And he was gonna charge us less than what we paid to, what Uber would charge. So we ended up going, coming back, called an Uber. He came and picked us up. I ended up tipping him because I paid him 20, but I ended up tipping him 10 just for the whole situation. So it ended up being $30 anyway, but that's neither here nor there. Get back to the hotel. Now we just gotta wake up and come back home Monday morning. So Monday at 2. So we get up the next day, Monday morning, get all our stuff packed. We have to be downstairs for the shuttle at 11 a.m. Um, the shuttle comes probably like 11:30, so we just go straight to the airport. We get to the airport, we find a place to get something to eat. At this point, Monday, the airport is much less crowded. Everything is moving smoothly. Get through TSA with no problem. Everything is fine because we actually had clear, so we didn't really have to go through the TSA line, but get through all of that with no problem. Um, get on the plane. They had actually ended up bumping us up to first class because of all of the cancellation and rescheduling that they had to do. This is my first time flying in first class, and I can say that first class is overrated. I mean, I wasn't actually sitting with my niece. She was sitting in front of me. It's a white guy sitting on the side of me, but it just is overrated. It's a little bit more space, but as far as just like you get a little couple of snacks. You get your snacks early. You get a little bit of different snacks in the rest of the plane. You can get alcohol, but of course, I wasn't trying to drink because I had just been drinking the night before. I was kind of tired, kind of just worn down, so I didn't get nothing to drink. So we in first class. And this point, um, I'm feeling like a little itchy throat. Like my throat, I keep having to clear my throat. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm coming down with a cold because of the weather change and it's cool down here. I'm thinking I'm getting sick. So that night, Monday, I get home, I'm still kind of having little throat issues, and I get home, still having these issues. I didn't take nothing Monday because I didn't know, you know, if it was gonna be a full blown cold or what. Because I'm just clearing my throat. I'm not really having like scratchy throat right now. Just clearing my throat. So Tuesday morning I wake up and it's a little bit worse. So I'm like, dang, I done caught a cold in the middle of the summer. You just hate to have a cold in the middle of summer. So I started taking some medicine for that. Um, some Tuesday evening, some told me I was like, I know I ain't got no COVID, but let me just take a COVID test, just to be sure I ain't got COVID or whatever. So I take the freaking test and the shit come back positive. So I'm like, oh my God. Last year around this time I had COVID. Before this, before last year, I had not ever had COVID the whole time 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. I had not had COVID that whole entire time. Just so happened on Tuesday, I decided to take the test. I'm like, I don't have no COVID. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying to myself, I know I ain't got COVID, but let me just take the test just to see if I got COVID. So I freaking take the test and the test come back positive. I'm like, oh my God, how in the freak did I get some damn COVID? So at this point, I'm like, this sucks because this would have been my alumni week as well. And I was gonna try to get out a little bit, hang out with my alumni, or whatever. But now I can't do nothing. So I started taking some medicine, started drinking my herbal teas, you know what I'm saying? Started kind of trying to get my elderberry immunity back up because, you know, the normal COVID procedures that we take when we have COVID. So that explains why my nostrils are why I sound stuffy because I am stuffy. Like my nostrils, like I can't really, I'm not clear. I can't. It's not clear. So I'm sorry, I'm drinking coffee too. Um, so yeah, that's what I am. Where I am now is it would be technically if we're gonna count Monday, this would be day 3. I really don't feel like I have COVID. I really feel like I might have just a cold because I don't have any of the symptoms that they're saying that I would have for COVID. I only have cold symptoms. I never had a fever, never had body aches, never had a headache, never had diarrhea. They say, and that's part of the new variant. Really, I just had a little cough that turned into decongestion. I mean congestion, but that's it. Like never had nothing else. So My dad brought me some Gatorade and some Pedialyte yesterday and some waters, which is Deer Park water, which is I'm never gonna drink because I don't drink that. I don't drink that. I drink the good kind. I don't drink that Deer Park. But I don't know. Now I'm just trying to figure out ways to kind of decongest for the main part. Like I've been looking at some stuff on TikTok, because that's really my only ailment for real. I got some Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus, but I don't think it's doing what needs to be done for real. And I've been trying to take it every 4 hours, but I don't know. It just ain't working out for me. And then so I just been watching YouTube, and working. I'm still working because I feel okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still working. I do have a little bit of sleepy spouts throughout the day. But I'll just lay down, take a little 30-minute nap or so, and then come on back to the computer. You know the But yeah, that's what's been going on. That was my weekend. It was quite crazy, but all in all, I did have a good time. We did go to the dispensary while we were there. So I mean, we had a good little time. You know, it was just I wish I had to come back without this sickness. I don't know. And then I got plans Friday that I plan on going to. So we're gonna see how that goes. That's tomorrow. We're gonna see how that goes. So I'm gonna try to do everything I can today to try to knock this out for real. I don't like taking NyQuil, but I'm gonna have to take something to knock this out because I don't like this feeling. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to come pop in, see what's up, let y'all know how my weekend went. Y'all know y'all got me on the StreamYard, and I love it because I don't have to be on camera right now. I can get on camera, but who wants to be on camera if you ain't got to be on camera? You know what I'm saying? If you want to see me, just go back to some other videos, like for real. But anyway, yeah, I just want to say, you know, come back in here. I said I was gonna try to be consistent, so here I am being consistent. Um, I have been watching a couple of beef sector videos, of course, so I know all about what's going on with Sassy and YouTube cameras, and just my 2 cents on it. Um, it definitely wasn't a big deal like a lot of people went live and made it to be, but I think it was just a miscommunication. I do think Sassy May should have apologized for how the miscommunication of it all. But other than that, like it's not that serious. It's not that deep. But I get it. People want to make a coin off of the conversation. And if I had some more views, I might have made a coin off of it too, girl. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in here and check y'all out. So y'all don't forget to like this video. Thank you for everybody who stopped in to this live. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll be coming back here and there, see what's up. But I'm gonna go ahead and get back to work, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.